Hello everybody. Today I'm coming with you for backgrounds, and this is a background that I've been wanting to use up my embossing powders. So I'm using my embossing powders here, and I'm using also my foils so I can get rid of those. Buy things, have to use them up. So this accidentally fell and I left it. It was probably a piece that, had come off of another type of foiling. Well, it's always a foiling, but it wasn't meant to come out of the package, and it did. So I just left it there. And this is, I just started layering and layering foiling. You guys, I'm not really crazy about this type of technique because I'm not crazy about embossing, heat embossing a lot, because it's so messy and I can't stand powdery stuff in my hands. So sorry if you hear my kids, they're fighting. One thing I hated about not my kids, not hate about my kids, but one thing I did dislike was when they would fight. And oh my goodness, would they fight, with four boys. And get pretty serious sometimes too. So now they're older, and when I hear them bickering, I don't really worry about it. But it's not like when they were small, they would start hitting each other and throwing each other on the ground and wrestling and really rough. And it would terrify me. I would please, stop. So let's get back onto track again. I'm going to show you really quick on a smaller piece of paper because I don't want this video to go too long. This was a pretty big piece. In fact, on this I have already done, right here. So I've done 2 ATCs. Look at how cute, pretty they are. Ready to decorate, do whatever I want. Actually, you know what? Out of this kind of green, teal green here, I have a really pretty vellum paper that I would like to kind of attach here. Then I have this card, and just listening to my sister, she's leaving. And so yeah, I made this card as well too. Kind of got confused there a second, you guys. So like I said, using the foiling, trying to use different colors of foiling as well too. And then what did I do? Oh, here they are. So they're not 2 inches or they're not inches. They're just little, cards that I can put in my journals, and even, put some words on here if I wanted to. So that's what I've made up until now, and I still have this nice big piece that I can do, whatever I please with it. I can continue doing cards, I can continue doing ATCs and things like that. Beautiful background. So how I started this background, oh, and by the way, that background was done with Flesh Tone, Pineapple, Spa Blue, and Bahama Blue. This background instead I want to do with Avocado Dip, Sea Glass, Canyon Orange, pretty orange. They're all by Deco Art, and Golden Straw. So how I started with, like I said, don't mind my kids, they're being rowdy today. How I start with this is just the brayer method. I'm going to start with actually a lighter color. And I have a piece of paper here off the side, paper off the side, right there, see? And I'm just going to brayer, put my brayer into that and just, go over it. So yeah, I'm not going to do a big piece, so that way, the video isn't too long. I'm going to go over it again because the foiling really took a long time for me to do. With the foiling, you need, I do it with an embossing powder. It's called a sticky embossing powder. And yeah, it did take a while to do. And then it was like hit and miss. It was not getting it very well with the stamp, so I moved on to using the Punchinella as as a stencil. Oh, I really like these colors together. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Hope you guys are getting it good. Like what I'm looking at it right now through the camera, it's really bright. No, I want to start with these are the bracelets I make, you guys. Now, think about this. See how long that is? Before losing weight, I think that much was hanging off of it. That's how thin my arms have gotten. And I do want to modify this. I want to put more pearls and less chain. But yeah, I was out today, so I still have, I didn't have to wash dishes, so that's why I still have these things on, because my son's doing the dishes today. He still hasn't done them, but he better do them. Actually, he cooked today as well, too. Which was, he was home, and he wanted to do, Fridays we always have fish here. Sorry, you guys, I'm just gonna take a sip. Fridays we always have fish here. So today we had octopus. And a little bit, and a little bit I boiled. And my son had seen this recipe where he wanted to make a tomato sauce, like a sauce out of it. And then we had, you know, spaghetti. So, yeah, he wanted to try that out. He came out of culinary school. So, he's in between jobs right now. And he's home, so he just wants to try out some recipes and things like that. And yeah, so that's what I got up until now. And I think I'm going to add more. What I really like about this technique is you can go over it with the other colors, because first of all, it's almost dry. As soon as you put it on, it's almost dry. And you can modify it. You can make it look, you know, okay. So I'm just going to look at the difference between this one and this one, because I don't want similar colors. Yeah, that looks okay. So then what I did was I got some marking tools. Let me see here. Should I use, I used this. This is, actually I showed this the other day, and I thought little plants were in here. Instead this, remembering after, is pieces from the aquarium. I don't know, something about the filter system I think my son had. I don't know, but I know it was from the aquarium. So let's see now. I'll do, yeah, I'm gonna do this beautiful orange. I'm gonna set a good blob here, because I'm gonna dip this into that. Spread it out a bit. Oh, I got embossing powder all over the place. That's what I hate about embossing. It's so messy. Really bugs me. I don't mind paint on my fingers and things like that, but I can't stand feeling powder all over the place too. Now, they don't all come out perfect, and they shouldn't. Well, this is a good opportunity, because on that one I used foils that were a bit, you know, the colors of, you know, what I was using in the page, more or less. This time I would like to use some bronzy colors, seeing that there's the orange in here too. That'll make it look nice. I was thinking that I could cut this and use this as well as a stencil around here, so these can be used. I have more of these. Okay, you know what, you guys? I'm not happy. So I want to put some more yellow. So I thought, yeah, I might as well do a nice tutorial out of this 100 things challenge. Okay. Then, what else did I do on that page? Oh, I got embossing powder all over the place. That's what I hate about embossing. It's so messy. Really bugs me. I don't mind paint on my fingers and things like that, but I can't stand feeling powder all over the place. So, what else did I do on that page? Yeah, I did more with the marking tools, so I'm going to do that now too. Okay. So what can I use? Well, you know what? I'm just going to use a top and do circles. I'm going to do it with the green this time. Spread the paint. And dip. Notice in the other page I used no black or white. Just keeping it with colors. I could, if I wanted to, go afterwards, like whatever I'm going to use it for. I can make a couple of cards out of this if I wanted to, or one card and a couple of ATCs. Or a tag. There. Okay. Oh, now we're going to get on with the tedious, the embossing. But yeah, I have to use up these embossing powders. I don't have very many, you guys, but I do want to use them up. In this one here, you can hardly see. You can hardly see. If you look around this area here, there's some scripture that's done with embossing powder. And it was this embossing powder here. This mark here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a silver pearl color, which is very, very pretty. It's very faint. And then the rest of it's all foil. Okay, I'm liking this so far. I'm always convinced that it needs more yellow. So why don't I just, let's see here. I'm going to do this again, you guys. I should get a smaller one. Let me see if I could find my marking tools. Where are they? My marking tools. I don't want to use the punchinella. This is really cool. That came from a deodorant thing. Let me see how this looks. Spread this out. Yeah, it's getting really hot. These last couple of days have been really hot, but really nice nights. The nights are cooling down, which is important, most important, because I can deal with the heat during the day. I can't deal with it at night when you're, you can't sleep because of how hot it is. And you're tossing and you're turning and I know everybody's probably telling me put some black or white on it, but you guys will now see once I put the embossing powders on it, and I could use white embossing powder, which I probably will. Yeah. Okay, so I have here the clear. I'm not going to use that one I used already because it's white. Because it's very, very faint. I think this on a colored cardstock would look beautiful, this color. It looks pretty on that background, but it's very faint. So, I need to dry this because of the paint. And decide what I'm going to use as a stamp. I think I'm just going to use a scripture stamp. Again, I know. I always have that stamp in my hands. This is my all-time favorite stamp. See? That's my favorite stamp. So I'm going to make sure it's dry. Going to get my embosser pad. Where are you? No, it's not that. Oh, you know what? I have the thingamajigger here. I'm going to use this. I use this for the stencils. Because it's a small piece, I can do it all at once. That big piece, why it takes so long too is because I was doing it little by little. And see, it's getting all over the place. That little bottle leaks. I'm just going to set it here so I can wipe it off, because I have all that stickiness all over the place now because it's leaking. I don't know from where. Might have to change that bottle. Okay, get my piece of paper here ready. And the white embossing powder. Try to do it half by half so that way I don't have to. Okay. Oh, so in my last haul, no, not haul video, in my last room tour video, I showed you these little drawers that I have where I'm keeping my homemade embellies in, and I wanted to buy another one. I found another one. Naturally, I'm in with my husband, and why do you need that? And I need it. But you already bought one. I go, yeah, but that was months ago. I need another one. Oh dear. It's so funny. So I got another one, and instead of using it for my embellies, I have it here on my desk because my pads, my ink pads were always in behind me. I had to get up to get them, and that's a no-no. You don't want to get up to get anything. You want everything here in front of you. But yeah, anyways, that was something that it is used often, so I did want it here. And I kind of set it up here on my desk with things that I need. So there's the white, you guys. Instead of white paint, I used white embossing powder. Sorry about the dryer. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I think I'm gonna put more on here. Not enough. But yeah, I don't have very many embossing powders, but what I do have, like I said, I want to use up. I have to use them up. Okay, I'm going to get this leaking thing again. And put some here. And some in this corner here. And that's all I want. Okay, and right there. Clean that up after. So I just have to put the embossing. But another thing that bugs me about embossing as well too is that I have a hard time seeing where I stamped. And yeah, so and I love the effect embossing powder gives. I really do. It just bugs me to do it, that's all. You know, when I bought it, you know, looking at videos, they made it look so easy. They didn't tell you about the mess. You see there, I got a whole bunch of powder, and I just blow it with the dryer. Most of my powder goes all over the table. I can't believe how much powder is in over here around the paints. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a good cleanup. But now the messier part is going to start. The first couple of times that I was trying out embossing, I wasn't sure how long it had to stay there. And like I said, because of my eyesight being so poor, I was sitting there with the dryer and not noticing that I was burning the embossing powder. So you got to watch out for that, you guys. When it turns shiny, it's done. That's it. Take it off. Don't do it anymore. Because what you do risk is yellowing it a little bit. And if you could see here, it's a little bit yellow. So that's what it's looking like up till now. I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and cooled down, because I'm going to have to put some more things. Oh, what I really like too is these. So I would like to use these. I can even put them on after. Instead of doing a whole big page, with all that stuff. Once you cut them up in individual pieces, then you can, but I do want to use these. I got these pastel colors. There's blues and pinks, and then I got a package that has these copper ones that are flakes, and yeah. So I want to get these used up as well too. These are really pretty. I used to use them on butterflies, and they look so pretty. Okay, so what am I going to use? I'm going to pick out, first of all, the color of the foil that I would like to use here. And like I said, I was tending to go for a darker color, but now I'm kind of thinking about it. And yeah, I think, you know what? I think I'm always going to go for this goldy color here. And then there's, do you guys know if you can iron these foils on fabric? I saw a video once, but I'm not sure if it's the same type of foil. They were ironing it on fabric. So I'm not sure if it is the same type of foil. You know what? I would just have to give it a try. So for now, I'm going to be using this color here, which I like a lot, actually. You know what? I'm indecisive of, I think I have one started here. No, that's different. So you could still get some out of that. See that? Little bits and pieces. Okay, let's go for that for now. I'm just going to set it here on by my side where the wind can't get at it, or the dryer. So decide what I want to do. And I think I'm going to always use, where is it? Here. The Punchinella. So I'm going to get this, my embossing thing here, and naturally I'm going to go where it's not embossed yet, and this I do piece by piece, because like I say, I have a hard time seeing this, and this clear sticky embossing powder dries clear, and I have a hard time seeing it. I'll show you what it's exactly called right now in a second. But this is what you need to, I'm not sure what else you can do with this, but you need this for the foiling. Let me get this back into the pot. Okay. Bring it here. You see, I already forgot where I did it. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to see it against the light. It's so frustrating. Okay, I can start seeing a bit of it. It goes glossy. Yeah, you can see it against. Okay, grab my foil. And put it over and just rub. And there you go. Look at how pretty. Okay, I'm just going to do some more here. So I grab my punchinella or stencil, whatever you guys want to use. Okay, put that to the side. Powder. I already forgot where I used it. Damn. Oh, I put it on the wrong piece of paper. Okay, just a second. I think I can get this. Yeah, that's not very good now. This embossing powder is dirty. Well, it was already dirty anyways. It's hard to keep embossing powder clean, you know, as much as you try using clean sheets and everything. Okay, I'm going to bring her back here. And there's some. Okay. Okay, you can go over it again. It stays sticky for a bit. That's what it's looking like up till now. Now I would continue doing the foil here, some down here. You can even change colors. Actually, you know what? We're going to change colors. So I'm going to get, this time, I'm going to use the scripture again with the pad. And put some here. See, this I could see a bit because it's dirty. And some here. Just to show you. I can hear my next door neighbors from here, and they're pretty far, but they're loud. They're really loud. Right now it's summer, and I think they have company. And there's lots of kids, so you can really hear them. And then there's no houses in between us or anything, so it's easy enough to hear them as well, too. They just have to talk a little bit louder, and us Italians, we're pretty loud, so yeah. Okay, so there's the embossing powder. I'm going to get a foil ready because I do want to change the color. Can't remember what color I was using now. Well, I'm going to use this darker one here. Okay. Start with the foils. That way you guys can see. You know, and I'll continue doing this. You can continue, like that page that I showed you has all different types of colors of foiling, because I started getting the foiling that was already used, and you know, using it up as well. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Now you can't really notice that it's that it's a scripture, because a part that you would really need a flat surface for this, and this with the paint going on the way it did with the roller and everything, it comes out a bit thick. Like, it's really nice and textured as it is without the embossing powder. So that's the way it comes out. So yeah, you guys, you know, take out the stuff that you bought and you haven't used and use it for You know, I'm like, I bought it probably to do cards. I had started doing cards at the beginning, and then I found out what mixed media was and just went berserk. And so naturally, these things can be used, you know, so easily in mixed media. So like I said, I'll probably be making a card and a couple of ATCs out of this, and you already have a beautiful background to work with. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this number 10, 100 Things challenge. And go and check out the person who started this. Her name is Rebecca, and her channel is called Dancing with Pit Bulls. I will put her link down below. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.